This is your WW3 news of a Tuesday morning. Short-term pain, long-term gain. This is the slogan in American press now. When crude oil per barrel touched $117, even more on the market, and obviously we had a discussion of President of America, Mr. Trump. Yes, like all politicians, they are professional bullshitters. And we have fed a load of crap, man. A load of crap. And he said the war's going to end pretty soon. Why is France sending their carriers? Most NATO countries in Europe are sending carriers like Italy, Germany, God knows what. It's not over. It's just only beginning. While our pockets has been hit every day due to fuel price rises at the pump and at the shops. Just anything you buy on his service is connected to this shit show, which is going down in the Middle East. The number of the casualties, they say, it's now 7 victims. Well, officially. And obviously there are resources saying between these sites, there was a lot of helicopter flights. They were taking away injured people, probably dead people as well. God knows what. There's a lot more than 7 people. If you want to consider the guess, 113, lucky number for Friday. We're not having right for Friday yet, let alone that. It's a lot more than that. Rewind a few months ago in Europe. Why did France, Germany, and Italy, and other many countries, they start putting act emergency protocol to receive injured soldiers from the battlefront? Because could this be the theatre of a war which Europe will be dragged in? Or that of NATO and Ukraine in Europe? Who knows? The fact is, we are told a load of bullshit. Fog of war, to be precise. And things are not getting better. Because anything Trump says, markets go up, they go down. It seems to be all connected to him, basically, what he does. Well, whether it's a necessary or unnecessary war taking place, it has begun, and it has damaged us. It's damaging us, economically speaking. I already mentioned at the beginning. And slowly, we were enticed to get used to this normality. Price rises, inflation, rationing, special powers of our governments, and blah, blah, blah. Blackouts, like in 1973, basically. But there was one of those military brasses which said we're not going to exclude the draft. Why would you say such a thing in a moment like this? Because you know you'll be needing more cannon fodder to send to the war. Like they drafted people for Vietnam War, which is not the war of American people. It's a war of politicians, bankers, and those who produce weapons. It's all a business for them. You are just an expendable cannon fodder being used on the battlefield. We've seen this in Ukraine. People being kidnapped, and next to no time they're on the battlefront. This could be our nearest future if we enter into a battle and they start establishing emergency powers. And like this, our so-called democratic governments become tyrants in the end. And then all the 9 yards of these emergency powers bring. So, what can you expect? Nothing good. The trend is it's only going to get worse. And we should be prepared, psychologically speaking, for these things. and mm, listen lesser to the bullshit what politicians say. When politicians say things are fine, it's going to end, and blah blah blah, they are bullshitting us. End of story.